Welcome back, pilots. Today we're going to be continuing on with some urban assault. So far so good with everything, so I think it's about time that we start actually doing some real damage to these guys. Alright. Okay, alright guys, calm down. Alright. So, as you can see, we've got some enemies right there, and the stupid weasels will always go for them first. Can't have that. Thank goodness the helicopters can crash and won't do any damage. Alright. Gonna need everyone to move out here first. And let's deploy a scout.
Spy cam deployed.
In as many areas as possible. Ah, power station. Very important. I'll probably just do this myself, it'll be a lot quicker. Perfect, just what we want. Now let's beam on top and have everyone move out there. Always making a point of keeping an eye out for upgrades and all that. Since we are fighting the tar cast, we'll need something with a little bit more oomph. Now that's where Hornets actually come into play. Much stronger than the Wasp. Biggest trade-off, unfortunately, is speed and maneuverability.
Roger, we have commit on target.
So I'll just tell them just to
Roger, we have commit on target.
get them to conquer as many sectors as possible. And while they're distracted with that, I'm going to just use the good old machine gun. There we go. It'll cause less damage to me if I use the machine gun.
I cam requesting input.
There we go. Since they've got that side. You see, that's why I went with the Hornets. Well, it's certainly nothing like respawning, but I suppose it's close enough. But unfortunately, the Wasp is going to suck for a bit, or it gets its double missile upgrade. You see, that's where the Wasp is actually very good. It's extremely maneuverable.
Visual on enemy station.
And here, the perfect thing to go up against this.
Welcome back.
Just get everyone to move in. Whoops, wrong way. Now I'd prefer to be in here. As you can see, much more powerful missile. Now let's get all that lovely energy.
Welcome back.
Wonderful, guys. Beautiful. move these guys out here so we can see what's actually going on.
Spy cam deployed.
Oh, look at that tech upgrade. Look at that, I had all those forces and this is all that survived.
Spy
You gotta be
cam
very
request
careful with tower
input.
cost. They're exceptionally dangerous. All that heavy armor makes them a problem to deal with. But that's alright though, because as long as you know what you're doing. Which is why in maps like that, your best bet is to normally go for them first. Because once you can deal with them, even easier. Conquer some sectors. That's where the Weasel is actually perfectly suited for this sort of work. More sectors you've got conquered, the better.
Key sector captured.
Yeah, it's not a very good tech upgrade, but regardless, weapon upgrades are actually also very helpful as well. Because even though it's just a weapon upgrade, the vehicle or helicopter or whatever, their health still goes up regardless, so a little bit more hit points goes a long way, folks.
Spy cam request input.
Some places take a little bit few more shots though, but it's fine. Gotta always get your charge rate up to 100%, because for every block on your power station, each of those requires 8 to 16 sectors to be 100% efficient. So yeah, and since we also took control of the Tarkov's power station, we need even more sectors.
Welcome back.
Alright, let's add a few more vehicles. And the thing is, every time your vehicles get upgraded, their cost goes up. Like eventually once the Wasp gets its upgrade as well, you'll see it'll also cost more, but definitely worthwhile. They're excellent for scouting, also excellent for taking on heavy armor targets as well. Right now with a single missile, yeah, it's not much of a threat. However, once he gets that upgrade, even better.
Welcome back.
Right. We'll just send a few more units that way, and then
Welcome aboard.
usually some option I normally go with, but however, yeah, oh, we're at 100% charge rates.
Open. Welcome back.
So now back up here. May not seem like much though, but yeah, it definitely helps. And for me, I usually find this is the thing that takes the longest to do, is to build up units for the next round. I add a scout to that as well. See, another thing you can also do as well, since there's so many sectors here, you can also do this.
You have control.
Sometimes you see the AI just does not know how to drive.
Beam gate.
So what you can actually do is you can do this. You can conquer a ton more sectors and then build more power stations. That way, you can actually build another power station and actually recharge even faster. Then again, yeah, it's always useful to have as many sectors as possible conquered, because those sectors, you don't have to worry about building scouts in those areas. You only need scouts for unconquered areas or enemy areas, which is actually perfect.
I am requesting input.
Beam gate open.
Okay. Let's get rid of this power station because we won't actually need it. Just like buildings as well, they only take so much damage.
Welcome back.
So now I can do this.
Power station online.
See, now I'm up to 304. So in cases like
You
this,
have control.
best option here
Beam gate
is to
open.
build one of these, get them to conquer as many sectors as possible. So then when you're building extra power stations, you can not only recharge faster, be able to get more units out there. That's why when it comes to this part here, you want to take as many units as possible to the next round, so that way you won't have to worry about building as many. Sometimes it takes more hits to actually conquer a sector.
Beam gate open. Welcome back. Power station online.
So the quicker this thing can actually recharge, the quicker these two can also recharge as well. Yeah, look at him go. You just send a ton of these guys out and they can take care of most little problems.
Beam gate open.
Fortunately, what they lack in tanks and host stations, they're more than make up for with bombers and helicopters, especially in numbers, just like the Gorkov Speedies, also pretty powerful. But they get a +2 against host stations and tanks, weirdly enough. So they can hold their own against most things, especially in numbers. Alright, let's go to the next level. Not bad, look at that. They destroyed as many vehicles as I did of theirs by myself. Not bad. Yeah, this one is interesting. This one you actually have to take on 2 Gorkov host stations at once.
Host station systems activated.
However, this is not actually the right mission for us right now. I'm trying to remember now. I think it was... I believe it was one of these.
Station systems activated.
Just have everyone move forward. See what happens when they can sometimes get stuck on the top here. They actually can't think to actually move off it by themselves.
You have control.
Okay, so we got more Tarcast forces here. That's fine. Try and deal with these as much as possible. Oh, there it is right there. See how he's trying to move around.
Traversing hostile sector.
Let's finish him off now before anything else happens. Now, one thing you can do is get as close to him as possible, because then he can't fire his guns. Damn it. It's very close.
Bandits engaged. Stay frosty. Welcome aboard. Adversaries eliminated.
Weapon technology upgrade captured.
It's more upgrades.
Hostile sector. Enemy destroyed.
Come on everyone, move in, move in, move in, move in.
Enemy contact. Welcome aboard.
You see those things I hate, those little the hits, they're not the hits, they're the SERPs. Now what those are, they're basically just missiles.
Adversaries eliminated. You have control. We have range on enemy tangos.
So what you can do is as well, you can also change your aggression levels to have your units just go for a target. So they will basically ignore everything else and go straight for that. But unfortunately, in this
We
case,
have enemy contact.
did not work out that well.
All systems are
Whoops.
go. That's a 10-4. Elliot, welcome aboard. Engaging enemy bandits.
Fortunately, without the double missile upgrade, it's not really much of a threat. Now, you see, I would have taken out that host station if I'd had my double missile upgrade, but
Hostile
at this point we don't have it, so you kind of have to sometimes make do with what you've got.
traversing hostile sector. Heli squad standing by.
Cool, Hardy. But what you can also do is to make your life easier, take out their power stations. Because without a power station, they can't do anything.
Welcome back.
And even just by damaging it slightly,
Heli squad requesting backup. Roger, we have commit on target.
Post station under attack.
We have enemy contact. Input required.
well, I mean, in a case like this, it's just for them just to distract them.
Vector achieved. Request new order.
So like I said, sometimes you can have as many units as you want though, but if they're not getting the right directions in life, yeah, they ain't gonna go far. So my purpose now is to take out their power station. I can do that. They won't be able to send as many forces against me, and eventually we'll whittle them down to nothing.
Station sighted. We have rain from enemy tank.
Yeah, you see, power station capture and stuff like that. Uh-oh. So now,
Welcome back.
without a power station, they're going to be desperate as hell.
We have enemy contact.
So, sucks as well when they try to get out of range as well. And when you can,
Enemy
take those
tango
out.
retreating.
Because the scouts will see you when you're coming.
Enemy tangos retreating.
And you see they're desperate now. They're going to basically be using everything possible just to get at my power station.
Enemy station sighted. Enemy destroyed.
There we go. Perfect spot.
Station destroyed. Welcome back.
Order confirmed.
And now that they're taken out, now we can focus on everyone move there.
To attack vector.
As you see, they won't jump off by themselves. You have to literally take control of them to make them do that.
You have control.
However, they'll still attack though. That's the one useful thing I can say at least about that.
Heli squad standing by.
ICAM request input.
Alright then. Isn't too hectic. And sometimes you can even just do this. Just so you can move them up so we can see if there's anything there of value. Nothing.
Welcome back.
But you need to be able to see what's going on at all times.
ICAM request input.
Beam gate open.
And you see you have different classes for everything, which is nice. See, like the Jaguar basically counts as your medium tank. So it's not too bad. Later on it gets much more powerful. Because right now it's pretty weak to start with. The fact that it does this, like, fires 2 shots.
Beam gate open.
Very nice. Okay, so that's them. Let's add some hornets. Eventually as well, the Hornet will also get a double missile upgrade, but that's much later. As you can see there, I've got a charge rate of 608, so I will recharge very quickly. It's almost fully charged up again. Yeah.
Beam gate open.
With this, you can just send as much as you want right now. So, actually totally worth it.
Beam gate open.
Alright, recharged. What are we adding this time? Let's add some more shags.
You have control.
Sometimes it helps just to remove anything in your path.
Beam gate open.
Alright,
Come back.
and I'm fully charged up again. I'll throw some more wasps. And for me, when either a wasp or hornet, especially in roll up, either way, it doesn't make a difference. They sting like hell. Oh yeah, there are some scouts their way as well. So as the scouts travel with the rest of the squad, they can reveal what's going on. Very effective. Alright. Don't want to leave anyone behind, but sometimes... So, only 5. That's not too bad.
Target acquired.
So my scout got upgraded with armor, and my weapons on my gun turrets also got upgraded. Not too bad. Trying to remember now. Dealing with Myconians is never easy.
System online.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
In this case, thankfully there's no
Target
Myconians to
acquired.
deal with.
Target acquired. Guns up, let's move. Guns up, let's move. Guns up, let's move. Order confirmed. Target, we have enemy contact. Welcome aboard.
See, for something like this, I'd rather take
Enemy
control.
tank retreat. Hostiles neutralized. Hostiles neutralized.
And there's the beam gates.
Traversing hostile sector.
Power station right there. If you can deny the enemy the ability to use a power station, If you can't hold that power station, I would always recommend just destroy it. And I can hear it's close.
Vector achieved. Request new order. Traversing hostile sector.
Now the funny part is that these are supposed to be considered heavy tanks, but yet they get taken out pretty easily.
Power station captured.
Perfect. Just being the host station there, and just have everyone come join the party.
Order confirmed. We have range on enemy tango. Enemy destroyed.
I can hear it's close. It's this way.
Hostiles neutralized.
There it is. Now again, we're going to go with our same strategy. See, while the Gorkov host station doesn't do the most amount of damage, its fire rate is pretty high.
Welcome back.
So let's just make a scout. Move them there. As you can see, even though the helicopters can technically fly over all of this, they will always just follow the path of the leader,
Welcome aboard.
regardless of what that might be.
I can request input.
Yeah, in a one-on-one fight, Wasp versus Gargoyle. Gargoyle always wins. Not. The problem with the Gargoyle is that it's too slow. Sure, it does more damage than this one, but regardless, that means very little.
Vector achieved. Request new order. Traversing hostile sector.
You see, for them, they can fire off as many shots as they want, but they can't hit me, then it's pointless.
Armor technology upgrade captured.
There we go, the Weasel gets its armor upgrade.
Adversaries eliminated.
And there we go. Recharge and ready to go.
Traversing hostile sector.
He's not interested in me, so obviously he's got other directives.
Enemy station sighted. Traversing hostile sector.
So basically he's firing at me with just literal blobs of EMP waves.
Traversing hostile sector.
Ooh.
Hostile sector. Adversaries eliminated. Power station captured.
As you see here, now their units are now going to stay with the host station in hopes that that'll actually keep them safe. Unfortunately, the biggest problem is that the parental one, which is what I just destroyed now, does not have the armor to withstand those kinds of attacks. So even though this wasp isn't necessarily built for destroying their host stations, it does a fantastic job regardless.
Acknowledged. Order confirmed.
Now you see the helicopters, they can just fly right over. Whereas the ground units, they've got to take a long way. Wonderful.
Beam gate open.
Only thing is that they need to be smart enough to actually fly over.
That's a Roger. That's a Roger. Guns up, let's move. That's a 10-4. That's a Roger.
Let's give them a hand.
Welcome aboard.
Beam gate open.
Oh, one weasel's made it.
Welcome back.
Welcome
I
aboard.
don't know where this guy's going. Just gonna put him in the right direction. Alright.
Beam gate open. Welcome back.
See, what I can do is I can do... build a power station right there.
Power station online.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome back. Beam gate open.
Input required.
So now while we're waiting for everybody else to hurry the fuck up, I'm just gonna add a few more units. The only problem with the AI is that what they'll do, see what I mean, they'll just start going off on their own vector for no reason at all. Because they can't find a parking space, so instead of just using the empty space, they'll just keep driving around until they find some place. Not the brightest, really not the brightest. You see the problem, what I mean. Instead of just driving around obstacles, they'll drive into them instead. I think this AR these days is so much smarter. Now check this guy. Instead of just doing the right thing and just turning around and going to where we have to go, no, he's going to come all the way back, realize he's done the wrong thing, and then go turn around. Like I said, not the smartest of AR. See what I mean? Yeah, and I'm destroying my own units here, but it's makes sense.
Welcome back. Beam gate open. Power station online.
Let's have build another one.
Power station online.
And you can have as many as you want. Let's just watch that. You like that to stay on 100%. So that way you recharge a lot faster. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, not the smartest.
Beam gate open.
And instead of just going in there, stopping and just parking off, no, they're gonna keep driving. Not too shabby. I usually like to try and finish this level off as quickly as possible. Now here's where we start dealing with the Myconians.
Host station system activated.
Engaging enemy bandits.
Got 2 units up here.
Enemy destroyed. That's
Go and get it. Go get it, guys. Go get it.
Guns up, let's engaging enemy bandits.
I'll leave the weasels to take care of it. They will.
We have range on enemy tango. Power station captured. Adversaries eliminated. Enemy bandits, turn and tail.
Look at them. It's coming just to swarm us.
Input required.
As you can see, it looks just like a bunch of blocks, but very, very powerful weapon systems.
Engaging enemy bandits. Traversing hostile sector.
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move everyone to my squadron. So they must follow me. Ugh,
Welcome back.
not helpful. And you guys are not doing anything to destroy the enemy vehicles. That's wonderful.
Hostiles neutralized. We have range on enemy tango.
Guys, come on. There we go. That's what we want.
Hostiles neutralized.
Power station under attack.
Work with your units. Take them out as quickly as possible.
We have range on enemy tango. You have control. Enemy destroyed. Engaging enemy bandits.
Come on.
Welcome aboard. Visual on enemy station. Enemy bandits, turn and tail. Switching to attack vector. We have enemy contact. Enemy tangos retreat. We have range on enemy tango. We have enemy contact.
There we go.
Coastal station destroyed.
We have enemy contact. Enemy tangos retreating.
In times like these, you need as much help from all of your guys. Because again, everyone specializes in something. Some are good for against tanks, others are better against copters and all that.
Target acquired. Guns up, let's move. You have control.
That's why in cases like these, always much better to actually jump into the vehicle itself. Because that way, the enemy will focus on you.
Enemy tangos retreating. Hostiles
Station destroyed.
Thank you very much. Everyone move that side. Yep.
Spy cam.
Vector achieved. Request new orders. You have control.
Make a point of always checking that you don't leave any of these behind. Because sometimes it might be something very useful.
Weapon technology upgrade captured.
The more damage you do, the better.
Welcome back. Beam gate open.
You have control.
Thankfully, these still will be considered the easy
Welcome
ones.
back.
These aren't even the tough ones yet. We've got everything.
I can request input.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it for now. See the Tiger. Now that's our first heavy tank. This one is not the right one yet. Just see now.
Host station systems online.
So
Enemy signature confirmed. Order confirmed. Welcome aboard.
well, yeah, sometimes you have these little bugs.
We have enemy contact.
And you see they'll always come after you.
Key sector captured.
Oh, come on.
Welcome back.
That station is heavily damaged.
Input required. Traversing hostile section.
Key sector locked.
Come on, come on, come on. Just leave me alone.
Host station
Yeah.
destroyed.
And you see the useful thing there is anything that that host station created was destroyed.
Host station under attack.
We have range on enemy tango.
Power station under attack.
So these guys are a problem to worry about.
Enemy tango retreating.
We got 3 power stations,
Hostiles neutralized.
not even conquered. Sometimes you get lucky and what they'll do is they will just follow you to a certain point, then just give up. Tally ho, we are on host station.
Enemy station.
Enemy host station
There we go.
destroyed. Welcome back.
The good news is now I only have to worry about one bunch of enemies, not a whole bunch of enemies.
You have control.
So let's get these guys off here.
Enemy contact. You have control. Engaging enemy vid.
Yeah, very risky move for a helicopter, but it worked. And any little bits of energy you can pick up along the way, it all helps.
Stay frosty. Traversing hostile sector. We have enemy contact. We have enemy contact.
And the thing with the Wasp is that just you have no actual way of doing aspect firing. It's all dumb fire with this. So make your shots count. And while they're focused on me, which is perfect. There we go. See, that's where the Jag comes in handy as well. It's more suited for that sort of work. So, now then, let's activate the...
I can request input.
How did I do that? So there's another tech upgrade.
Beam gate open.
Welcome aboard.
Weapon technology.
There we go.
upgrade.
Now that's the double missile
Welcome
upgrade.
back.
Aha.
You have control.
So now, what I need to do now is a
I
little
can request
flashing
input.
thing there. This activates the Studson bomb. It will basically destroy all enemies and buildings and everything in the area while conquering it at the same time.
Studson bomb activated.
Perfect. Now the Wasp costs a little bit more now. It's might be worth it. So now the Wasp. Now the Wasp becomes a big thing to deal with, especially the Tarkos host stations. If they were struggling with this thing with only just one missile, now with two, it's even more destructive. Definitely my favorite vehicle in the game by far. Just give me a couple of these and I'll take on just about anything.
Welcome back. Beam gate open.
Gives me more. Slightly more. That's fine. Ah, 302. That's perfect. See, the more the merrier. Just over 2 minutes. That's fine.
Beam gate open.
2-1 Tiger.
Have control.
As you can see, much higher damage, much higher hit points and armor. See the size difference.
Welcome back. Beam gate open.
So generally a good option would be is to capture all the Stützen points and let this thing run down. And once this thing hits 0 and it explodes, all enemy units, buildings, everything, gone. Perfect way to take care of a lot of problems at once.
Stützen bomb triggered.
He just destroys everything.
Beam
You see how the map's getting
gate
conquered.
open. Armor technology upgrade captured.
Thing is, it even takes out even our own buildings.
Welcome back.
It's fine. Generate box and I'll lose it.
I am requesting input.
Perfect. See, the best thing is to take them out as early as possible. We've got that. We can actually start having some fun. Wait on that one. Right.
Post station systems online.
Not this one. I think it was this one here. Oh, there.
Post station systems active.
Ah, it's not this one either. Which one was it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was... It had to have been this one.
Post station systems online.
Spy cam deployed.
Welcome aboard.
I am requesting input.
I'm gonna get that tech upgrade.
Key section captured. Post station under attack. Post station under attack.
Alright, a little speedy.
Traversing hostile sector.
Gotcha.
Eliminated.
Welcome back. Post station under attack.
Hostile We have range on enemy tangos. Bandits engaged. Stay frosty. We have range on enemy tangos.
Try and attack from as many spots as possible.
Traversing hostile sector.
Keep them confused. Gotcha.
Welcome back.
Okay, now for the other one.
Engaging enemy bandits. We have enemy contact. Engaging enemy
There it
bandits.
is.
Guns up, let's move. Enemy destroyed. We have range on enemy tango. Enemy sector entered. Welcome aboard.
Gotcha.
Welcome back.
That's Roger.
Now that's how you do a show of force.
Next. You have control.
Yeah, I picked the slowest of the bench.
Item request invoice.
New vehicle technology upgrade captured.
Ah, yes. Just what I was looking for.
Target acquired.
Fireflies are excellent. They're cheap, and surprisingly, their stats are actually pretty good across the board.
Switching to attack vector. Welcome aboard.
Beam gate open.
As an aerial unit, these things are exceptionally quick.
Heli squad standing by. Heli squad standing by.
And then, like I said, their stats are actually not half
Welcome
bad.
back.
Heli squad. You have control. Heli squad standing by. Heli squad standing by. Heli squad standing by.
Beam gate
New units, weapon upgrades. I'd say that was a good map. Let's see. Trying to remember if this is the one I was thinking of.
systems activated.
Yes.
Roger, we have commit on target. Switching to attack vector. Switching to attack vector. Power station captured.
They took a bit too much out of it there.
Commit on target.
Never be afraid to send out a few scouts. That's their purpose.
That's Roger. Light tanks ready.
I leave these guys here while these guys go down this
That's
side.
Roger. Welcome aboard.
And the fireflies are quite nice. Like I said, they're excellent as reconnaissance units.
Input required.
Just have everyone go for it.
Traversing hostile sector. Bullseye! Kill confirmed.
Station destroyed.
And look at that.
Squad standing by.
The
Switching
first of our
attack vector.
new unit, the Black Station.
Black station deployed.
Well, he just dropped off the map.
You have control.
Now these are defensive turrets. Although unfortunately their biggest drawback is that they cannot take a lot of damage.
Welcome aboard. Enemy tango retreating.
Biggest problem we got to worry about now
Bullseye!
is their flat stations.
Adversaries eliminated. Enemy destroyed.
When you see in cases like this, it's best to have all of your units follow you. Hopefully they will divert the attention long enough. Or otherwise, in a case like this, if the enemy's got more than one power station,
Welcome back.
take it for yourself. Uh-oh.
Power station lost.
We have enemy contact.
Power station under attack.
Power station captured.
Power station lost.
Yeah, that didn't go so well, did it?
Order confirmed.
Either way, could be worse. So let's go to an area where we can actually charge a little bit better.
Welcome aboard.
Reason being, I need to take out our own power stations just so that we can charge faster. Sometimes it's required.
We have range on enemy tango.
So as you can see, with every shot that I take, our recharge rate goes up. Each hit. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bandits engaged. Stay frosty. Enemy signature confirmed.
Because here they are thinking,
We have enemy contact.
yeah,
Welcome.
Import required. Enemy tango retreating. We have range on enemy tango. Welcome aboard.
and again, in cases like this, jump into the vehicle.
Hostiles neutralized.
5
Don't let them conquer all your sectors, because every sector that they take from you, the worse it is.
I am requesting invoice.
Watch out for your own units. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Enemy station.
Cases like this, just destroy them.
Station lost.
Because I'd rather have those power stations destroyed than let them have their hands on it.
Confirmed.
It just makes more sense.
Black station deployed.
Vector achieved. Request new order.
There we go, that's perfect. While these guys are chilling out, I'm going to continue my next assault. Hopefully those gargoyle threes don't have a lot of armor. Super close. Too close for comfort.
Enemy station sighted. Power station captured.
Power station. A power station. Specialist lost. Power station lost.
Vector achieved. Request new order. Enemy tank.
Okay.
Enemy destroyed.
Let's just build up our forces slowly.
Welcome aboard.
Move, move, move.
Traversing hostile sector. Enemy tank. Hostiles neutral. We have range on enemy tango. We have enemy contact. Enemy tank. Hostiles neutral. We have enemy contact.
But what they're going to do now is these guys, they're going to go after, they're going to go after every single one of
Order confirmed.
these power stations here.
Enemy tangos retreating.
That is what they will do.
Enemy tangos retreating. We have enemy contact.
Thankfully these flag stations have good range on them.
Tank squad losing ground.
So that means that squadron has been taken out.
Welcome back.
It's fine, let them come to me though. By the time they do that,
I can request invoice.
move them down here. Let them come to me.
Traversing hostile sector. We
some reason the Gorkovs only ever build their helicopters in, like their bombers for example, in like one unit squads. It's kind of dumb actually. But oh well.
Enemy contact.
So now you see, this is where they're going to basically be killing out now by their flat stations. Like me, difference is they've got no power station. I do. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's Roger. Engaging enemy bandits. Welcome aboard.
Ow.
ICAM request invoice.
Heli squad standing by.
Welcome.
We have enemy contact. Enemy destroyed. Bullseye! Kill confirmed.
Hate when that happens.
Adversaries eliminated. Bullseye!
See, unfortunately, Gargoyle does not give a lot of energy. So,
ICAM request invoice.
Adversaries eliminated.
however, those guys give a little bit more.
Bullseye! Kill confirmed.
But they're also getting pretty desperate now.
Heli squad standing by.
So without a power station, they can't resupply, and they'll just have to just...
Visual on enemy station.
Enemy post station destroyed.
Yeah, figured that would happen eventually. So what they should have done is they should have gone after the other power stations that I had already conquered from taking up the Myconians.
Welcome back.
But they were too lazy to do that, so...
Acknowledged.
Yeah, that's their own fault. It took a bit longer than expected,
ICAM
but
request invoice.
Target acquired. Target acquired. Guns up, let's move.
the problems with scouts, it takes so long to get into position, it's ridiculous.
Welcome back.
Target acquired.
ICAM request invoice.
Guns up, let's move.
Beam gate open.
Cool, there they go.
Welcome back.
Okay, so that was alright, I guess. Alright.
Feed gate open.
I can request input.
You have control.
Welcome back.
One silly jade. Okay. El Perfecto. So now future missions will be a lot easier thanks to these. Costs a lot to build them, and there's a flag station too that has 4 gun turrets on it. But this will do fine for now. Alright. I think we will come back to this a little bit later. So to all out there, enjoy and keep safe everyone. I'll see you around. Cheers.